All right, we're back in the shop. I'm feeling better tonight, actually. So I think this cold's finally starting to be behind me. So jump on these sway bar end links here. Get these tightened up. And then I'm going to jump up here on this brake line. I want to get that fixed up. Get this clip fixed back in here. And then probably drive shafts. But let's hit these sway bar end links and then this brake line and see where we're at then. So here's what we did. Got these sway bar end links are tight now. Perfect. I cut the broken piece of brake line off. What happened was the old nut that screws in here twisted off, started twisting the line. So we don't want to break a line. You don't want a brake line to go out. It's bad news. So I have copper repair sections here. So I cut the old line off. Oops. You can see there. Oh my goodness. You can see there where it's froze on there. It won't even spin. Started kind of twisting there. So anyways, cut that off. I'm gonna match that up here to a length of copper. I'll cut this copper. I'm gonna have a Eastwood flare tool. We'll go ahead and set up and flare the new piece with a double flare or a double union connection, and then a new fitting for the other end. That's why we've got this whole big bag of fittings. Our brake lines are fun, guys. Tons of fun. It's back down on the ground. Front end sitting. I like the lift height. I could definitely go with bigger tires, but I kind of like these. You know, I think it's this camera. Hang on, let me try to. There, we'll take you out of wide angle. I think it's a nice stance till we get the rear done. And I'm going to get some ruby rails off of Facebook Marketplace for here. Get rid of those. Have some ruby rails on there. And then I'll probably bend a tube kicker and weld to them because they're steel and you can do that. So I think it's going to look good. You know, eventually we'll get some fender flares or something for it. But yeah. I still got to do the rear brake line, but Dan's bringing my flaring tool over. Apparently he borrowed it and I didn't even remember it, so got to get that done. But yeah, I mean, it's getting there. I'm gonna work on the front end stuff now. I think I'll start by putting the belt on and then checking to make sure I got everything else sort of buttoned up on it. And kind of roll my way through there. It's just a lot of stuff that I don't remember doing. It's been a while. I'm calling it quits for the night. Dan came with the Jeep. We ran that around. He thought he had a noise from the gears, and I think he did, but I think he got it fixed. But we're for 3 weeks away from the Seneca Rocks rally, so crunch time to start working on that. This is really the last little bit I'm going to get done on the JK till probably after that rally. So, and then I got to hunker down on this thing if I want to take it to Roush in May. So we'll make that happen. I think we're in a good space because this is what we got done tonight. Front end starting to go back on. And then Dan had my brake flaring tools, so he dropped them off. So we'll get a little bit more wrapped up with this. Probably tomorrow we can get down here to work on this. And then, yeah, get that brake flaring stuff on. And I don't know, I'm trying to get some of this done. It's such a pain to get, if anybody's ever done projects like this, it's such a pain when you get down to the end, getting all these little things. Like I need to go get bolts for those headers and bolt them up. And I just need to do that, but I haven't had time. I've been busy. And then when I get down here, I start working. I'm like, oh man, I can't do that without the bolts. But anyways, it just is what it is. That's where we're at. It's really starting to look like a Jeep again. I'm getting excited. So my wife's going to be excited when I send her these pictures too. I'm also not 100% sure I have these in the correct place. I don't remember that running up over kind of like that. It just seems wonky. So anybody that wants to comment on that, I don't know. But I guess this will clear. Let me see here. That that's a heavy hood. How's that look? Does that clear? Oh yeah, see, it doesn't hit it. Yep. So, it's looking like a Jeep again. It's really looking like a Jeep again. I'm getting excited. That'll be it for tonight, guys.